Next, what we're going to do is we're going to work with the clone stamp tool. Hit the letter S. That will show up over here. It's the clone stamp. And what I'd like you to do is we're going to go with a 60-point brush with a hardness of about 30. And make sure your opacity is 100% and that your aligned is turned on. Also sampling on the current layer. Okay, don't sample on all layers. And okay, so the clone stamp tool. Clone stamp tool is exactly what it sounds like. It clones whatever you tell it to. So when you clone, you have to first hold down the Option key and say, yeah, I want this section. So we're going to fix this area right here. And so I hit S to go back to the clone stamp. And the nice thing about the clone stamp tool is that if you forget to clone, it tells you. So if you click, I've actually just been using it, so it isn't telling me because it's already got a clone in there. But it will say, hey, you need to use an option, hold down the Option key and click. So what we're going to do is we are going to hold down the Option key, and I want to continue this line along here. So I'm going to click right here, hold down the Option key and click there. And then I'm going to go over to this section. If you wait just a second, Photoshop updates and it shows you what it's going to look like. And that's nice because you can line up the edge of the stone there. And now I'm going to click. And you can see it's got the little plus sign there. And it's moving along. Now, I'm going to keep on going and kind of show you. Oh, right there on the end, you'll notice that it started painting in what we were trying to paint out. And the reason why is because it takes a little snapshot of everything that is on the screen at the time when you click. And so when I go into the area that I want to paint, here, well, I'll just show you again. Let me get too close. I'll just click here. And I line it up and I go straight across. And you'll notice, see right there, see, I'm now painting in what, let me undo, this section is right here. So when you're using the stamp tool, it's a really good idea to use short little strokes here. So I'm going to define my point here, click, and hover, and just get my line right before I click. Come on. Sometimes Photoshop actually really takes quite a while to update on this one. Okay, good. And once I've clicked it once, that's great. Now I just do short little strokes, and there we go. We've connected that. I'm going to also I'm going to actually reduce my brush a little bit less than 60. I'm going to click here. Hover until we get it to update. See, there we go. And I've lined up the line of stone and making small strokes across. There. See that? That's looking good. Going to do the same thing here. And what you want to do is you want to try to find the equivalent section. So I'm going to actually click right at the top of this piece of stone right there. I'm going to hover here and click across. I'm just going to keep on going all the way. There it is. Good. And likewise down here. And you can go down a bit of a rabbit hole here, just redesigning an entire wall or whatever. You'll notice that this part here has been cloned, about the same as that. If you want, you can go in, change that. Same thing with this little guy right here. I think I might actually get rid of this line there. Awesome. Okay, good. Now what I want to do is I actually want to line up this bottom right here, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. Turn off aligned. What that does is you'll notice that before when I was aligned, that little plus sign kept going with where I was. When I turn off aligned, it keeps cloning the part that I hold down and click. So I hold down the option key, I click right on this line here. It's going to keep cloning that section. So I line up my lines and I basically just keep on going. There. That's nice. I like that. If I zoom out, you can, see that line, that kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm going to turn off aligned. I'm going to click in this section and get rid of that. There we go. I like that a lot better. And the other thing too are these windows right here. I'm going to zoom on in. Go to my stamp tool, S for stamp. I'm going to pick a spot, this little peak right here. I'm going to hold down the option key, click on that, and next thing I'm going to line up the top of these windows. Great. Okay, so see there? See how it's working? I got to do short little brush strokes. And down and across, and you can see there that I've got the windows done. But take a look in this section right here. You'll notice that I've actually cloned the edge of the file. So I'm going to have to go back in. I'm going to pick this and line up the window again. Maybe actually I'll pick this guy right here. There we go. That'll work a lot better. Move over slightly and bring it down and get rid of that edge. Command 0 or Control 0 moves out and you can't see the work at all. So that's really nice. And Command S to save what you've done.